Well, once again, thank you for joining us at Bromark Farms on this, I believe it's the 14th of March of 2018. Since I'm recovering with my knee surgery, just to update you, it's getting a little better. I go see the doctor tomorrow to get the staples pulled out. I've been in rehab once. I go today at 11 o'clock, and boy, I'll tell you, a knee surgery, it's something to deal with. Feel much better though. I'm able to stand. I'm being trained on a walker. A walker teaches you how to walk and stretch out your legs so that you hit the heel first and land with your toes. After years of having a knee that's bad, you want to compensate it and put it in a comfortable position so you can do something. So it causes your knee to bend a little bit. So in the rehab, it straightens your leg back out and it teaches you how to walk a little better with a new knee. I had a partial new knee replacement, and it feels good. It's doing well. I've had a back surgery to straighten my back out a little bit. And today, because I can't do anything really because of my knees still, I'm healing, and the recovery is good. So we need to do things inside. So for the past couple of days, I've been once again learning how to edit. I've had some people come over to show me, but the problem with this is they do all the work on the typing and pressing all the buttons and doing all the things, and I can't follow that fast enough and record that in my mind. As an electrician, when I used to have when I ran the business, I would bring new people on, and when I trained them, I would let them do the work, and so they can feel the wires, so they can put the wires in the breaker, or take the receptacle and undo the wires and put them back in, and I would have them do the work. That way they can feel it and know it, and I would sit next to them, and they would be the extension of my hands. That way they would learn on hands how to do it. I've had two people come over to try to teach me this editing, and I'm hoping that one of them will put me on the computer and let me do it. That way I can learn. But when they do it so fast and they know what to do, and I can't record all that and put that in my brain. Like, for example, right here, I'm uploading a video that I made back in February, I think. And it is downloading. Of course, I live in the woods, so I don't have a fast internet. I live in the woods, and I think what they've given me is 1 gigabyte out here, and I can't get no more out here in the woods because that's all they have to offer. But I'm at 94% uploaded, and it's been uploading ever since yesterday at about 11 o'clock in the morning. So I've kept this open on my computer, but I've been using my phone to do my work off that. So, and I realized that when you're doing editing, you need two computers. One to do the editing on, and one to do what you're editing and do other things too. So I'm learning this. So today, I just want to bring another video to you to show you that I'm still struggling how to learn to edit and make this YouTube channel good. I'm once again, I'm not out to make any money. I just enjoy learning how to do this and getting better at it, and it's a process. It's kind of like doing electrical work, you know. When you go in, you open up, you get into a new house, and there's no wiring at all. There's not a service. But what you do is you put the service in, and then you start hammering and putting up the boxes. And then when you put up the boxes, you run the wire, and you connect everything together and put the devices in. And when the house is finished, you progressively seen what you've done, and you've wired a house. Well, that's the same thing with editing, I think. I started out running around with just a little tiny camera. And it's taken me a while. Granted, I'm not computer savvy. I'm not. I don't know what you do with the folders. I don't know what, I don't know how to do that kind of thing. So at 62 years old, I'm trying to learn myself. But today, I just wanted to bring another film to you. So all these are raw. All these are very raw. Everything's good. We still got the farm. We're doing the farm work. The animals are good. I'm getting to. I just got a cat today, and she's pregnant, so we're going to put her in the garage because I have feed in the garage for the horses because the horses are close by. So Miss Cindy, my wife, likes to keep the feed in the garage because it's easier for her to get to. But in another shed down there with the chickens or whatever, I have the chicken feed and the turkey feed and the pig feed and that kind of thing down there. So with the mice, it's attracted with the feed, it's attracted the mice. So we need to control that somehow. And sticky traps and mouse traps are doing a good job. But I feel as if we have a cat in there. So Miss Cindy had a friend that had caught a cat that's pregnant. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep her in the garage. We're going to feed her and do her thing with her and grow her up and get her used to us. And we're going to let her have her kitties. And then what kitties she has, we're going to keep the family. And we'll put a couple up in the barn so they'll run around the barn. We'll feed them up there and go up see them because I got rabbits up there. And so there's rabbit feed and that kind of thing. And yeah, I have Listen, I had a guy call me the other day. I think it was yesterday. And he said, I'm going to come by Thursday and give you a rabbit. She's gonna have babies. That's great. That's wonderful. I get another rabbit, but then I get babies. So I got a cage and an S box to put them in. So I told him, I said, bring them on. And, I'm soft. But, you can get overwhelmed with all these animals, These people want you to rescue these animals because there's no place to put them. So I bring them here, and my little bunny rabbits. I got two that's running around the yard. They run. I got 30 acres here, and they got a pond and everything else. And them rabbits, they got loose out of the cage, and we can't catch them. There's two of them. But you can see them out in the yard. They'll run out in the yard, and they'll run down by the chicken shed, and they'll go down to the pond and drink water, and they'll come back up. They're as free as they can get, So, and I kind of like that. Look, there's two ducks that fly. There's ducks here. I got ducks that fly in here in the springtime, and they'll lay eggs, and they'll hatch their little ducklings, and then they'll leave. They'll fly off or take off and go somewhere. But they're old. They look like they're just old wood ducks. Yeah. Then I have a goose that comes down. She lays eggs. She lays about 6 eggs, but I've been watching her because this year I kind of want to get them eggs and incubate them out so I can have a pet goose. One of them wild-looking ones running around up here. Because geese are good protectors, man. You put them in with chickens, they when something's coming around, it's an alarm. They let you know. So that may be kind of fun. But anyway, I got cats that's going to have babies. I'm going to have a baby. I'm going to have a mama rabbit here. It's going to have babies. And it's springtime. Everything's good. So I can't get out there yet and do anything. I can walk around, still walking around, practice on my walking, whatever, but I can't lift anything or do anything. So these times that I'm sitting in here, I'm learning how to edit and what have you. So I'm sitting in my library. Yes, I have a library. All my books are Christian books. I am a Southern Baptist preacher, pastor, and evangelist. If you feel as though that you want me to come and preach one day in your church, just email me at bromarkfarms.com and invite me. And if it's not too far away or whatever, if the time is right and whatever, the Lord's always good. He knows when the time is right. But I'll come and preach. I'll preach to your body, and I'll preach the word to you. What the Bible says. That's what I'll preach. I won't preach my opinion. I'll pray for your body before I get there, and I'll have the Holy Spirit lead me to a message for your particular body. It won't be a message that's been made up so I can preach for 45 minutes or 20 minutes. But it'll be something that I've got with God with, that He's told me that I'm able to pray with and be led by the Spirit to tell your body what your body needs at the time. And that's what preaching is. Preaching is encouraging you and lifting you up and love you. Bible says that through the dark glass, because we only know in part, this is Corinthians, we only know in part because we just know this side. We don't know what's on the other side. It talks about heaven and talks about Jesus and the thrones and cherubims and angels, and it talks about the people that are born again and saved, and that's where they live. But we only know that in part because we're not there. We don't know, but because it's only in part, all we have on this side is faith, love, and hope. And that's the three things that we have to live with: faith, hope, and love. And I love every one of you. So anyway, all these books in the library here are about Jesus. All these are. So these are from greatest preachers from the past, and the most of them are from the past because I like the old days. I like the old preaching, and we're not looking for a new world order, and we're not looking to be all grouped up and to be a unit, because there won't be no peace in this earth until Jesus comes back, because there's more than one person, and everybody has an opinion, and everybody has an agenda, and everybody wants to fit you in their agenda. That's the kind of peace they make. And when it doesn't fit, there's argument, there's dissension. And Jesus said that he come to divide, because he wants to come and save you. Save you from this old cursed world and yourself. That's what he wants to do. Anyway, that's about that. I could preach all day long, but praise God. I'm here to let you know about Bromark Farms. We have animals, we have a farm. Springtime's coming. I got an 81 by 91 foot space to build a garden. And I'm trying to get people that do RVs to come and boondock in if they want to come down here and work on the farm and pet the animals. I got Gus out there that's a miniature donkey. He's just like a pet dog. He'll hug on you, and he'll let you pet him, he'll let you ride him, he'll do everything there is. And then I got 3 horses, old Tennessee Walkers, that are running around there that all they do is walk around because we're just too old to get back on them and what have you. We got the saddles and everything for them, so if you want to come down here and boondock, or come down here and hook up with your electric and your RV and do a little solar thing there, if you want to stop by for a couple of days and ride them horses, and put a saddle on them and do it, you're more than welcome to. If you want to stop in and come down and dig a row in the garden and plant seeds and what have you, as you're traveling and you stop in, we're only like 4 miles from Interstate 40, and you're more than welcome to come down here and work on the farm and do whatever. Pet the rabbits, see the rabbits, and if there's anything that you want to do, we can eat off the farm and eat fresh food that comes off the farm and everything. I just want to let people experience the farm, and then I want to experience the RVs. We are restoring 2 travel trailers right now. Because of my knee, we've kind of set back a little bit, and we're a little behind on that, but we're restoring 2 travel trailers. So anybody that comes in and boondocks that has anything to do with RVing or knows anything about it, like the furnaces, the appliances, and they can show me things. Just the fellowship between the people in the world out there. I'm here on the farm all the time. That's what I do. We don't make no money at it because we just break even and feed people and feed us, and we want to share what the farm is, the farm experience. If you've never been on a farm and you want to know what the farm is about, you can come in and boondock, set up there and up front on the flat ground up there. Or if you want to camp out in the woods right there, dig you out a place and camp, that'd be fine with me. And then eventually what I want to do is I want to get some electrical sites up there, pedestals, 30 and 50 amps, so people can plug in and what have you. Make a little road up there and what have you, so we don't get stuck in the mud and what have you. Because it does get wet here and a little sloppy here. And then down in the woods, I want to put a couple pedestals down there, electric too. But right now, if you want to boondock in the woods, there's 11 acres you can boondock in the woods. If you want to come out here and throw a tent on the ground, it's fine. It's just the idea of mixing the farming, the homesteading, if that's what you want to call it. This is not a homestead. It wasn't given to us. We do try to use the original or the old skills, and we try to do everything by hand, crack our corn and hammer and that kind of thing. We want to do everything by hand, like the old ways, but we do also want to bring the modern conveniences with it. Listen, Grandma and Grandpa had a hard time a long time ago. They didn't have the modern conveniences we had, like electric motors and power drills or power saws. And they didn't have ice and ice makers and things like that. So all the conveniences we have in the modern world, we want to share and blend in with the old skills and bring them together here. And that's what we do here. So I just want to invite other folks to come in, RVers, especially RVers, because I like camping. Have them come in, drop in. If you're going from New York to Arizona or going from Virginia to Colorado, and you need a place to stop and rest for a night or 2 days, you just come up here and boondock and sit and park your rig out and we'll share with you, have fellowship with you, and drink coffee and eat some cake with you maybe. But